Hi folks, Paul here. This is Away Day Guides, and here comes another one. Pardon me. So we'll be looking at everything Aston Villa today, including my top pub for away fans recommendation and my overall rating for the day as a whole. I've done all the hard work, you sit back and relax. It's coming up next. Okay, so let's look at Villa Park. It is one of the older grounds in the league, and that means it's going to have a better atmosphere automatically. We don't like tin cans or retail park add-ons. Old grounds are the best. This one is no exception. It's got 4 different designs of stand around each side of the ground. It's been put together over the years. This is not a bad thing. It always adds to a great atmosphere when there's a ground like this. The fans also help it. The Villa fans are well known for getting behind their team, which will make for a great day. The stadium itself has a capacity of just under 43,000, and the away allocation for a league game is usually around 3,000, just under. And the visiting fans will be situated in the far north of the Doug Ellis stand. Lower and upper tier if you bring enough fans, otherwise just the lower. And for an interesting fact about Villa Park, it is the club stadium to have held the most FA Cup semi-finals at 55. So that's the ground, but what about getting there? If you're coming in on train, most people will be heading through Birmingham New Street. If you are coming into that one, it's about 4.5 kilometres from the ground, about 3.5 miles. So you'll probably want to get closer. There is a much closer station. There's a few actually, but the closest one at the ground is Witton, which is about 500 metres from the away turnstiles, which is perfect. But if you do fancy stopping off in the city centre before you head in, I've got a few pubs for you later on. The ground itself is north of the city centre in a suburb called Aston, hence the name Aston Villa. And if you're driving in, you want to be coming off the M6 at either junction 6 or 7, depending which way you're coming. But it will be signposted from the motorway, so keep an eye out for that. The club recommended parking is on Aston Lane as you're heading towards the ground from the motorway. And it's a junction of Aston Lane and Tame Road. The postcode is Bravo 67 Delta Sierra, and your what 3 words for that one is Going Limbs Chef. It's going to set you back between £5 and £7 for a normal car. They also accommodate minibuses in that area for around £12, and the coach park is actually just across the road from it. So all the away fans are going to be getting into the same place if you're heading into that area. Another option, if you don't fancy that, or if you're coming in through the city from the south, is just to the south of the stadium, and that's at King Edward VI School in Aston. Now this will set you back £5, but it claims to be the most secure car park in the city for match days. Basically, you need to get there before the game starts, and you won't be able to leave during the game. They lock it up, and it's patrol with security, which is great. But it's also supporting a local school. I try to find these wherever I can, because I think it's always a great thing for football fans to give something back to the community wherever we go. Your postcode for the school is Bravo 66 Delta Juliet, and your what 3 words is Short Shock Fees. Okay, moving on to the important stuff. Where are we going to get a beer? I'm going to start way back in the city centre, and I'm going to work towards ground. It just feels like it makes sense. So I've got 3 pubs for you in the city centre near the train station, which all accept away fans. The first one is the Shakespeare, which is closest to the train station. This is right down the side of the station, just to the north. You can get out one of the side entrances, and it is 200 metres from the platform. Brilliant. What more can you ask for? Your what 3 words for the Shakespeare is Fake Tent Books, and that's going to help you navigate through the city streets, because if you've not been before, it's a bit confusing. Stick that in the app, put walking, and it'll show you exactly how to get there from the platform. And if you prefer postcodes, the Shakespeare is at Bravo 2 for Juliet Delta. The next 2 are both Wetherspoons pubs. They're both quite big, and you know what you're getting with Wetherspoons. So the first one is the Briar Rose. That is about 300 metres from the station. The postcode is Bravo 4 6 Papa Hotel, and your what 3 words is Safe Upset Having. So a little bit further away is the Square Peg. It's in the same direction, but it's right on the tram line. So if you decide to take a tram out of the station, you can get up there pretty quick. It's about 500 metres from the station, which is nothing really. Again, nice big venue. Your postcode is Bravo 2 5 Romeo Echo, and your what 3 words is defeat album backed. And if you are drinking at those, give yourselves a bit of time to get up to the ground. As I say, it's probably 3.5 miles from where you are, but there's going to be city traffic as well to contend with, so make sure you plan ahead. If it's a nice day and you decide to have a wander, then about halfway between the city centre and the ground is the Barton Arms. This is away friendly. It's at 144 High Street, Aston. Your postcode is Bravo 6 4 Uniform Delta, and your what 3 words is served match repair. Now these guys are probably one of the nicer pubs in the area in terms of the ones that like accept away fans and what they have to offer. So if you like your real ales, they serve real ale. They also have a Thai restaurant attached to the pub, and you can have your dinner there as a Thai meal, which is great. It is a further 2 kilometres to the ground from there, though, which is just over 1.5 miles. Getting closer to the ground, if you've used the club recommended parking, then as you turn right out of the car park, you will find the Yew Tree pub just up the road. This is well set up for the football. They have Sky Sports, so if you're there and there's an earlier match on, you can watch it in there. They have a large outside drinking area, so if the weather's nice, it's a cracking place to have a beer outside. And they're always well staffed up, so you're not waiting too long for it to be served and stuff, which is always a plus. Your postcode for the Yew Tree is Bravo 6 7 Alpha Sierra, and your what 3 words is offers Friday occupy. If you are in there in the run up to the game, it's about 800 metres from the ground, and as you head down, you'll be arriving at the away turnstiles anyway, so there's no walking around trying to find them. The other option is slightly closer to the ground. It's perfect if you're coming in on the train to Whitton. It's just out of the station on the roundabout on the right before you turn left and head down to the ground. It's called the Whitton Arms, and in recent times it's been set up for away fans only as an away venue. It used to be split and segregated, now it is all away fans. It's fairly big. Again, they have outside drinking areas, but it is your standard lagers and no posh real ales or anything like that, which is quite often all you really want. The postcode for the Whitton Arms is Bravo 6 6 Sierra November, and your what 3 words for the front of it is Spiked Limbs Groups, and it is 300 metres to the away turnstiles as you roll out of the door. So when you're ready to head to the ground, the visiting fans are housed in the north of the Doug Ellis stand, sort of the northeast corner of the ground, but it's on the skew anyway, so it's the north. Your turnstiles will be P87 to 89 for the upper, and Q91 to 96 for the lower, and they're spread amongst each other along that section of the ground. Worth noting though, they do have 2 late turnstiles open, one for each section, P89 and Q96. So if your wheels have dropped off your coach on the way there, or you've got on the wrong train or something, you can get in all the way up to half time, and those turnstiles will be manned for you to get in. Your what 3 words for that part of the ground is Song Tricky Pipes. And one last thing worth noting is they may not be serving alcohol. They don't serve it for local derbies, and they have a selection of visiting fans who they don't serve it to as well. And that's usually based on previous experience. You might find that alcohol is no longer available to you in the stadium. So my best bit of advice would be to have a drink outside before you head in. You don't want to get in there and then not be able to get out and be stuck watching the groundsman water the grass for 90 minutes before kickoff. So my overview of the day, my recommendation for an away pub is going to have to be the Whitton Arms, purely because it's for away fans only. So you're going to get a great atmosphere in there. They're set up to serve you quickly, and what more can you ask for? As an away day rating overall, I'll give it a 7. I'm going to say a 7. Great atmosphere, good fans, lovely traditional old ground, decent amount of pubs, and set up to welcome visiting fans as well. In fact, you know what? No, I'm going to give it an 8. So Villa Park, 8 out of 10. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. If you think I've missed something out, also let me know in the comments or drop me an email, awaydayLad@icloud.com. And from time to time, things change. If there's anything on here that's out of date, a pub has closed, burnt down, decided they're not letting away fans in or something like that, again, just let me know. Email, comments, either one. Thanks for watching. If you found this useful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for any updates and new grounds as they pop up. It'll also make it easy for you to find next time you're at an away day and you're looking for a particular ground. Plus it helps me rank in other people's search engines so they can find it easier, which is great for everyone. Thanks very much, and I will see you in the next one.